Welcome back to Norse Mythology 101. Today, we continue our exploration of the Norse gods with Freyr, one of the most prominent deities in the Norse pantheon. Known as the god of fertility, prosperity, and peace, Freyr held a crucial role in Norse society, symbolizing life, abundance, and harmony. As we delve into Freyr's mythology, historical worship, and cultural significance, we'll uncover the many layers that make this god such a fascinating figure. Freyr's origins can be traced to the Vanir, one of the two main groups of Norse deities, alongside the Aesir. The Vanir were primarily associated with nature, fertility, and wealth, while the Aesir were linked to war, governance, and order. Freyr, along with his twin sister Freya and their father Njord, was originally part of the Vanir, but came to live among the Aesir as part of a peace agreement between the two groups. This exchange symbolized the unification of opposing forces: nature and civilization, abundance and order. In mythological accounts, Freyr is often described as a radiant and benevolent figure. He is associated with the cycles of nature, ensuring bountiful harvests and favorable weather. His name, derived from the Old Norse word for lord, reflects his status as a deity of great importance. Freyr's mythological attributes include his ship Skidbladnir, which was large enough to carry all the gods but could be folded and placed in a pocket, and his golden boar, Gullinbursti, whose glow could light the darkest nights. These magical items reflect Freyr's association with wealth and ingenuity, reinforcing his role as a provider for gods and humans alike. Freyr's most famous myth involves his love for the giantess Gerðr, which is detailed in the poem Skirnismal from the Poetic Edda. In this story, Freyr becomes enamored with Gerðr after seeing her from afar and sends his servant Skirnir to woo her on his behalf. Skirnir uses a mix of gifts, threats, and magic to persuade Gerðr to marry Freyr, demonstrating the lengths to which the god was willing to go for love. This tale highlights Freyr's vulnerability, as his longing for Gerðr led him to sacrifice his sword, a critical loss that would later impact his fate at Ragnarök. Freyr's connection to fertility and prosperity made him one of the most widely worshipped gods in Norse society. Temples dedicated to Freyr were centers of agricultural rituals, where offerings were made to ensure successful harvests and livestock reproduction. One of the most famous sites of Freyr's worship was the temple at Uppsala, a major religious center in Sweden. Archaeological findings, such as ceremonial artifacts and animal remains, suggest that Freyr's cult involved elaborate rituals and feasts, celebrating the abundance of the land. Freyr's role extended beyond agriculture to encompass political and social harmony. As a god of peace, Freyr was invoked during disputes and treaties, symbolizing unity and cooperation. This dual role as a bringer of both material and social wealth reflects the interconnectedness of Norse spirituality, where the well-being of the land and community were inseparable. Freyr's animals and symbols also carry significant meaning. The boar Gullinbursti, created by the dwarves, represents both fertility and strength, serving as a protective emblem in battles and rituals. Freyr's connection to boars is evident in archaeological findings, such as boar-shaped pendants and ceremonial objects. These artifacts indicate that boars were sacred to Freyr and played a role in his worship, particularly during winter solstice celebrations, when boar sacrifices were made to ensure prosperity in the coming year. Freyr's duality as a god of fertility and a warrior is further explored in his eventual role in Ragnarök, the prophesied end of the world. Freyr's decision to part with his sword for Gerðr's love leaves him unarmed during the final battle, where he is fated to face the fire giant Surtur. This poignant detail underscores Freyr's complexity as a character. While he embodies life and abundance, his ultimate fate is marked by sacrifice and vulnerability. In modern interpretations, Freyr continues to captivate audiences with his multifaceted nature. In contemporary Asatru and other neo-pagan practices, Freyr is celebrated as a symbol of fertility, prosperity, and harmony with nature. His stories resonate in a world increasingly aware of the importance of environmental stewardship, highlighting the timeless relevance of his mythology. Scholars often debate Freyr's precise origins and his relationship to similar figures in other mythologies. Some suggest parallels between Freyr and agricultural deities in neighboring cultures, such as the Celtic god Lugus or the Roman god Saturn. These comparisons offer intriguing insights into how Freyr's image was shaped by cultural exchanges and shared symbols across ancient Europe. Freyr's enduring legacy lies in his ability to bridge the human and divine, the natural and the cultural. As a god who brought life to the land and peace to the people, Freyr embodies the Norse ideal of balance and abundance. His mythology and worship practices provide a window into the values and aspirations of the Norse people, reminding us of the profound connections between nature, community, and spirituality. If you've enjoyed this exploration of Freyr and his many facets, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Join us next time on Norse Mythology 101 as we continue our journey through the Norse pantheon, delving into the stories, symbols, and significance of the gods who shaped this fascinating mythology. Skål!